CNBC TV 18 Weekender.
Welcome back. You're watching CNBC TV 18 Weekender, and we're with Lenovo India's Rahul Agarwal speaking about the company's growth plans as far as Indian markets are concerned. And that, Rahul, brings me to my next question. The smartphone market, the ever-growing, most competitive market right here in India, you've done pretty well, on over 7% in terms market share in terms of products, and in terms of revenues, that's close to 9% that you've registered. Where do you go from here in terms of your market share as far as smartphones in India is concerned?
Yeah, it's been a remarkable performance by the team. We are, so quickly become the number 2 player in the country, just behind the traditional leader. So I guess our first goal has to defend this position and narrow the gap with the number 1 player. But again, we are in a situation where we've grown too fast. And we got to make sure that we grow the right way. We got to make sure that we are taking care of the customers after they buy a product. We got to make sure that the basics is right. We got to get the right people, the right structure. So I would say that in the short term, our goal is to stabilize and to continue this path rather than doing something supersonic.
So while you are very ambitious as far as your laptop business is concerned, your PC business is concerned, here you want to consolidate and ensure that you solidify your place in a competitive market.
I guess, in a market where you have 70 players, if you become number 2, number 3 in a short time, you can hardly call it under ambition. So we are very ambitious about it. But I think we got to be very conscious of the fact that that market, unlike the PC market, is very fragmented. Okay. A 9%, 10% share means a big deal there. So we will keep growing, but the market is anyway growing. So even to maintain the market share, we'll have to grow a very rapid pace. My point is more about keeping the fundamentals of the business in place.
Okay. But even as we're talking competition and growth, there have been a number of safety concerns with regard to, let's say, a player like Samsung with the Galaxy series, having several issues, controversies also with regard to fire, catching fire and stuff like that. Does that give you reason to actually grow, considering that there could be possibly customers shifting loyalties from one brand to another? And B, do such incidents also give room to have safety concerns and to actually relook at your safety as far as your phones are concerned? What about these things?
See, when you are in a market like electronics or even automobiles, safety and security is always a very key parameter, right? When you look at your manufacturing process, your quality process. So this is nothing new for us, and as a 45 billion player globally, we do everything that it takes to do the right things. Does it give an opportunity to us? I don't know. To be honest, we are not really looking at that. Okay. I think this is part and parcel of the industry. Rather than looking at anybody in particular, I think it's a good reminder that we got to continue a focus on the quality process.
Okay, and that's how you win customers, not by poaching, in a sense.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Also moving forward then, and sticking with, of course, market share in the smartphone business, you put out a bunch of interesting and successful products in the last year or so. The Zook Z1, the Moto G 4th Gen, to name a few launches. Where do you go from here in terms of boosting up your product line? You are, of course, very excited about the Yoga Book, right?
Yeah, Yoga Book, I think everyone should look at this product. It's a revolution, and true innovation in the PC category has become rare. Okay. Because what do you do next, right? Lenovo did that with Yoga a few years ago, and then customers came to us and said, what's next? Just the question that you're asking. And I think Yoga Book is a perfect answer. Okay. We took a lot of time to get the baby out of the saddle, and it took us almost 3 years to manufacture this product. It is the world's thinnest convertible product, and you got to see it to believe it. It is clearly the most stylish product in the market, and the only product where the keyboard can be used to type as well as to write. And we feel that the generation of the future will not really type.
All right.
They will be either touch or they will scribble. So it's a great product for anybody who loves to scribble. If I look at the phones category, in this market we've come up with Moto Mods, which is a product of Moto and an absolute innovation. You have the attachments to a normal phone. You can attach a projector, and it'll be like you can watch movies in that projector. You can attach a speaker and do all your conference calls or listen to music, or you could attach a camera. And we are collaborating with great brands for phone. We've collaborated with Hasselblad, which is an iconic camera brand. So I think a lot of innovation is happening in a market that is moving at this rapid pace, and I think that takes a lot of backbone to do.
On that hopeful note, Rahul Agarwal, thank you so much for speaking with us on CNBC TV 18
Thank you.
Weekender. And with that, it's a wrap on this week's show. Thank you so much for watching. From all of us, the team, goodbye and have a great weekend.
CNBC TV 18 Weekender.